Hello guys, ignore the mess because during con prep time, things get messy. Those trash bags over there will be gone probably when my husband gets home. That way the wagon will fit right through the door. Anyway, this is what I have for the furry convention I'm doing this weekend. It's a brand new convention, Blue Ridge Furfare. It's in Asheville. And it's con 1 in my 5-con marathon, which, oh boy, this weekend I have Blue Ridge Furfare, and next weekend I have Triad. The weekend after that I have Winnie City Pony Con. Then I get a weekend break before having to pull a double duty with Babs Con and MTAC, Middle Tennessee Anime Convention. So it's going to be a little bit packed of a schedule, but hopefully it'll be nice and I can use any profits to boost up my my pre-made plush stuff, because I'm a little low on manufactured goods. Been selling really well, good thing, but also means I need to restock. So hoping to make enough money to do it myself, and then maybe do a Kickstarter for like supplemental money for that, help recoup costs, and also to pay for the shipping, because shipping is one of the more expensive things with that. Like, the sharks were about $2,500, and then shipping was about $1,200 or so. I did the air shipping because the US was being weird about stuff coming from China. This is before the whole, COVID-19 thing. But even now, especially with that and with the tariffs and everything, good to have a fallback on for the shipping. Especially since my sharks got actually investigated when they were coming in, which is strange, especially since I don't think the box that they looked at had my child protection safety papers in them. So they could have thrown out my entire shipment because that one didn't have the papers, but maybe because they had such a high volume of things to go through, they just waved it through. I don't really know, but I like air shipping because it takes a few days versus like 30 days on a ship, and I'm just nervous that maybe in the 30 days they'll find something that they don't like about my sharks. So I figure if it's quicker shipping, then there's less chance for error. But right now I have, this bag is almost full. It's got some tails and some of the In the Hoop plush in there. Plan on filling it up with some more tails and some more In the Hoop plush before the day is over. I have my Ida bag, which is going to have a bunch of my sewing supply box in there, and just little normal things like my hairbrush and stuff. Little things I'm going to need, but I don't want to put in my normal purse. My normal purse is very tiny, because it's just nice to be able to run into a gas station with a little purse instead of lugging a book bag around, as I have learned. Ears. This one has my big Pikachu pop. I'm going to try and sell that because it's been on a shelf in the laundry room and I haven't really had a need to look at it or anything. So, gonna Marie Kondo it. It doesn't really bring me joy anymore, so gonna try and sell it for some extra cash to help fund some of these things. Money box, bell collar tower, and there's a bunch of different baskets and things. Under that is a container of pegs to hang on my cube shelves. And then my cubes themselves with my tablecloth and everything. Also, shopping bags are in there. All the little basic stuff that I need is in that container. Then down here we have 5 IKEA bags. This one, I'm going to try and fit a few more things in. This one will be full by the end of the day. And those have like tails, sharks, plush, things that I'm selling, stuff like that. This is a box of sharks that I'm bringing just to make sure I have enough sharks to stock up, especially since I'm doing bigger mystery bags and I plan on putting sharks in those. So that way people will be able to have a variety of different things. People love mystery bags, which I don't blame them, they're fun, but I always try to put something in there to make it worth it. There's my wagon. The wagons help me transport all this stuff from the convention floor from my car to the convention floor, and then at the end of the day, from the convention floor back to the car. Of course, if I'm doing a con that I fly to, I don't have that usually I just go to, I have all my cubes and everything in my carry-on and my personal item and all those little supplies, and then when I go to the hotel, I have all my products shipped there and ready to go. And then comes the wonderful way of figuring out, how do I get all this stuff into the convention again? But it's always a fun juggle of different things, for sure. Here we have, I forget what's back there. Oh, it's another bag. It's my bag of all the grab bags and stuff like that. I also do little grab bags for like $5. Sometimes I'll do them for $10 depending on what's inside. FurryCon, I have them for $5 because I have a variety of smaller things in them. Usually do either toy or a plush, some buttons, some stickers. Sometimes I have a little something extra too. But I do have this bag right here, which is my duffel bag, which is gonna have all my clothes and everything in it. All my toiletries, all that sort of thing. Then here I have, this bag is going to have a whole bunch of products that are going to be just working on at the con itself. I was going to bring both my embroidery machine and my sewing machine, but after seeing how much stuff I have, I might just go ahead and embroider a few things to work on at con and then just work on them using the sewing machine. Plus, after all the sewing and prep I've been doing, could use a little break, but I doubt I'm actually going to get that break. So I'm going to work on that stuff. Work on some ponies, because that's what this bag is. This bag is big ponies, because that's what I'm going to be taking to Winnie City. I've pretty much been working on little stuff in the background while I've been working on big ponies in the foreground. So that way, when it comes time for the pony cons, I'll have plenty prepared, since that's where I'm expecting to make my big bucks. The next two cons I'm doing, the Fur Con and the Triad Anime Con, are a lot smaller, a lot more local, so that way I figure it'll be a nice way to get some travel money and to get jump started on the whole con relay. But I'm planning on the pony cons being the big money cons, so that's what I've mainly been preparing for, with a little bit of extra stuff. So anyway, that's a little look into what I have for the con, little pre-con vlog. And so I'm looking forward to having a good weekend. I'm pretty sure I'm going to take lots of videos so that way I can show off the new con. Hopefully people will be able to go to it next year, because the con this year actually sold out. Like, the hotel was kind of being weird about, the con was being weird, the hotel was, about, the con and everything, and about, like, about how many people were coming and where people were and everything. They kept changing stuff on the convention, and then eventually they had to cap the super last minute. They found out they had to cap the attendance, so a lot of attendees had already bought a hotel room but hadn't yet bought a ticket, which always buy your tickets at the same time buy your hotel, because you're just asking for something weird to happen if you don't. I've learned this from personal experience. Plan everything at once if possible. And I like to make lists too, so that way I don't forget anything. Very much like a little Twilight Sparkle with the way I make all those lists. But anyway, so they had to cap the tickets super last minute, and then they all sold out. And they were saying, I don't know what the attendance is now, especially with staff and vendors and everything, but I know that they were saying that they could have sold easily like 1,200 or so tickets if the hotel hadn't capped them. So it's very strange that the hotel had to cap them like that, but I don't think this hotel's ever experienced something like a FurCon or maybe even one of these conventions anyway, so maybe a little bit nervous about what's going on, who knows. So it's going to be an interesting weekend for sure. I'm not sure what to expect, but I think it'll be a fun weekend regardless. So just hoping I make some money, sell some ears, sell some tails, sell some bell collars, maybe sell some plush too. I don't know. And of course I have the buttons. My buttons are, some of them I make myself, some of them I upcycle because I'm recondoed my entire book and comic collection, and it's a great way to get those upcycled and out and make some extra money. Usually I do like $1 each at most. And it's a great way of making some extra money, putting them in mystery bags, making someone's day by letting them have a free one, different things like that, different customer service opportunities and extra revenue opportunities. So hey, I'm gonna take that. But yeah, hopefully it'll go good. But you'll see soon, because I plan on having a little vlog about it. I don't know if I'll vlog each day, probably just one big one at the end, because usually I get really busy with these things. So here's hoping everything goes well, and if you're going to be there, hopefully I'll see you there. And take care, everyone.